White Slatians, you all are welcome back. Today we are going to cover the part 3 for fun with magnets. If you haven't seen the first two, that was discovery of magnets and the types of magnets, then go and watch that first and then come back here. Today we will first of all classify the things into magnetic and non-magnetic materials. It is really very important for us to classify the things which we have earlier also seen that without classification things could go wrong. So we are going to classify them as magnetic and non-magnetic. All those materials which can attract some other materials towards themselves, which possess the magnetic capabilities, which are magnetized, you can say, would be your magnetic materials, and all those materials which do not possess the magnetic capabilities would be considered as the non-magnetic materials. Okay, so here you can say that you have various things. For example, my marker, will it get attracted towards a magnet? You can do this thing at your house. You can take various things and then just keep them attracted towards a magnet. Just see whether they are getting attracted or not. If they are getting attracted, you would consider them as magnetic materials. If they are not getting attracted, you would consider them as non-magnetic materials. Okay. Next, as I said earlier also that today we are going to discuss something about the poles of a magnet. Okay. So when it comes to poles of a magnet, then there are two poles of a magnet, that is North Pole and the South Pole. Why there are two poles? Because magnets tend to just keep themselves at a type which just coincide with the North Pole of the Earth and the South Pole of the Earth. So to understand the poles, we would first have to discuss the properties of the magnet. So there are few properties which we need to discuss here. The first one is, if we are discussing properties, that the magnet always aligns itself in north-south direction. It means if I will freely suspend a magnet, I will take a magnet लेकर अगर मैं उसे यहाँ पर एक thread के through बांधकर और just ऐसे ही छोड़ देती हूँ, what will happen? It will align itself into north-south direction, only in north-south direction. It would be coinciding with the Earth's North Pole and the South Pole. Always, let me do anything with it, but it will always align itself into only north-south direction. So this is the first property, that a freely suspended magnet will always align itself in north-south direction. And if it comes to the second property, then it is related to the poles of the magnet. As I told you that there are two poles, north and south, which could be marked over a magnet too. If you take one bar magnet and it is having north and south pole marked like this. Now if you will bring another bar magnet near to this, again it would be having north and south marked over it. You will see that north and south poles will attract each other. So these unlike poles attract each other. Unlike poles attracts each other. And similarly, if you will keep the south pole near to this south pole or north pole near to this north pole. For example, say I have now two magnets again and I keep the south pole near to this south pole, they will repel each other. So the like poles will repel each other. Even if it was being done with the, here also I keep one more magnet like this. So here also this repulsion will take place. South-south will always repel, north-north will always repel, and the opposite ones will always attract each other. So you can make any number of magnets here and you can see this thing also, that always the like poles will repel, unlike poles will attract, and north-south direction. And this property, these all the properties combinedly together are being used to make the magnetic compasses. The magnetic compasses were really very powerful, and they were being used by the sailors to find directions in the middle of the sea, on a mountain, or you can say in a forest. Because at that time we do not have the technology like today that we can ask Google that please tell us the way out. So at those times the sailors in early times used those compasses, magnetic compasses, through which they could sail through which they were able to get through to the right direction, whether they have to move to south or to the north or to the east or to the west. All the things they were being taking out from that compass. Okay, so that is all for today. Today we have discussed, first of all, classified the things into magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Then second thing that we have discussed is about the properties of the magnets, that a magnet is always aligning itself in north-south direction. The unlike poles attract each other and the like poles repel each other. Then we have also discussed about the poles of the magnets, that there are two poles in a magnet always. One is north and the other one is south. One more thing is left, and that is that these poles can never be broken off. It means if I consider that, let's take them apart. Let's break this magnet from here. So if I will break this magnet from here, it will generate its south and north pole again. It means now if I have broken this into two parts, so south is missing here, he will generate its south pole here, and his north is missing here, so it will generate its north here. It is true for the other case also. If I just broke it off from here, middle, again I will get two magnets, and these two magnets will also have their own north and south pole. It does not matter how tiny a magnet is, it would always have two poles, one north and one south. We cannot separate these poles. They are inseparable. They will always remain with the magnet only. So, just like this, you should also remain with your friends inseparable. And with this good message, I would end today's video.